Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it again. Thank you for sticking around this entire time. Or if you're new to this segment, well, welcome in. We do appreciate you, listening despite Steve being here.
Maybe they just found us on accident.
No, nobody finds it by accident.
Like the radio, like it broke in the car, and they're like, "Oh, I got a station. It's coming in strong." Who are these idiots?
What happens? They keep it on, and then they hear your voice, and they go, "No, my goodness, do we still have the radio on, honey?" or their computer, or phone, or
maybe
whatever. No, it's all good stuff. But we do appreciate you being around. We're broadcasting from the Zoey Advertising Studios, sponsored by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. We're also on YouTube, so you can actually see what's going on. And if you're watching on YouTube, you will see these two people, Dianne Kuppermann and Molle DeBartolo. Now, Dianne is the president and CEO of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and then Molle is a producer at American High. And Molle, let's start with you, since Diane's old hat now.
We've had her on. So. She's nothing new.
Molly's new to the show. So, Molle, where'd you come from? Are you from Syracuse?
I am, actually. I grew up in Fayetteville, graduated from high school there, went to college in Ithaca, ended up moving to New York for about 10 years and ended up back here, and now I'm working in the local film industry here in Syracuse.
So you work with this Jeremy Gerlich, then?
I do.
Okay.
He is my boss.
Oh, okay. He's
my friend,
boss.
my mentor, all of the above.
Wonderful. And so would you consider yourself a producer, or do you wear many hats over there?
I definitely wear a lot of hats, for sure. But I've been very fortunate. I've been with American High since they started back in 2017, and I've been able to grow with the company.
Yeah.
So I actually am producing on their films now. So I'm doing both production management, all the logistics and things like that, but then also producing as well.
So when you started, it was American what? I mean, you got ground floor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. When we started, it was like, okay, here's a building. I actually saw an article in the New Times that said that they had said these guys were coming to town, blah, 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 et cetera. So I emailed them, met up with them.
And they hired you anyway?
And they literally were like, okay, great, you're in. Send us a headshot. We're doing a presentation for the town tonight. And I was like, okay.
Fabulous.
Yeah, but it's been really great.
Yeah.
It's been cool.
What did you do down in New York, real quick?
I worked in post-production for many years in New York, so I worked for a bunch of different post-production studios where we did sound, color, editorial work for feature films and television.
Did you do acting yourself? Were you on the stage at all? Or?
No, I was in a Gillette commercial once when I worked at a sound house.
Like Gillette Road Middle Band?
Like
you don't look like you have that
like the Venus Razor. The Venus Razor, and I was at one point getting like 1 cent royalty checks from that, but I think I've moved too many times at this point. They've lost me.
That's funny. All right. Well, Dianne Kuppermann, you've been with Make-A-Wish for how many years now?
More than 30 now. Can you believe it? And I can't believe that you didn't put on your claim to fame. She used to babysit my kids.
Yes,
that's a real treat that I get to work with Molle after all these years and having her grown up around Make-A-Wish. And so impressive, this young woman. We are so grateful that to have American High here, and then to have the quality of people in our community that make it.
Tell us about your recent collaboration.
Right,
Tell us what's going on.
Well, it's funny how things happen. We had a wish of a young boy. He was 8. He's 9 now, and he is a prolific story writer. And Marshall's wish was to turn one of his stories into a movie in which he could both direct and star in. So where do you go? You're here in upstate New York, and Marshall wasn't able to travel anywhere. And my team reached out to American High and said, look, we've got this little project. Molle could probably tell the story better because she was part of it.
Okay.
And
so this is a done deal. It's Go ahead. Tell us then.
Yeah, it was great. Mo from Make-A-Wish had gotten in touch with us, asked if it would be something we were interested in. I brought it out to the team, and they were instantly like, yes. And it was like all systems go from there. We started planning, what we were going to do, when we were going to shoot it, meeting Marshall, doing the wish reveal, the whole 9 yards. So we really, met I think we talked for the first time maybe on a Tuesday, and we met Marshall that following Monday and shot the film 2 weeks later.
You can't say no to Mo. You realize that?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So what was created? Tell us more about the...
Sure. So Marshall had written, he's got hundreds of comics that he wrote, but he wrote a comic about a boy named Marshall Man. And essentially it was himself, and it was a kid who got superpowers, discovered his superpowers after a fun little superhero accident type of thing in science class, and then went to go fight his nemesis, lost his first battle, and kind of got this inspiring talk from his mom about how you should never give up. And so that's kind of the moral of the theme. So he went back, he kicked butt, and he's off to save the next day. So it was super fun for us. If you know a little bit about American High, we do high school comedies. So it was super fun to be working on something that was superhero themed, because that's not in our general wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. So it was really fun to get to try to figure out how are we going to fly? How are we going to do this? We had a guy falling off a building that Marshall caught, and as he fell off the building. So we had an amazing group of stunt people that we work with.
It's a big green screen, isn't it? The whole building.
No, literally, guy fell off the building.
Oh,
it was extraordinary to watch this come together. To have American High in our backyard say yes so quickly. For them to be on hiatus so they could fit this into their busy schedule. And we wanted to do it really quickly. And the fact that it's going to premiere on April 29th, which is World Wish Day, the day that we celebrate the founding of Make-A-Wish.
And where can people see this?
They can see it at the Landmark Theater. It's free and open to the public, but they do need to reserve tickets. Okay. And the premiere of Marshall Man will happen on April 29th at 6 o'clock at the Landmark Theater. And I've never seen behind the scenes of a movie being produced. Right. It was mind-boggling to me. 3 days. And they put out an SOS call to the people they've worked with and said, hey, we've got this project. Do people want to help? And people literally came from all over the state.
So how do people get tickets? Where do they go?
They can go right to our website on cny.wish.org and look for Marshall Man, the movie.
So CNY...
.wish.org.
Okay.
Marshall Man the movie. Brought a flyer for you. Maybe you'll put it up. But
sure,
just a quick QR code, make a reservation, and we would like to fill the Landmark Theater. So we need 2,500 people and paparazzi. People come with your cameras and your signs to meet your superhero, Marshall Man.
Now, after it is seen there, will it show up like on YouTube, or will it be on like Netflix or anything like that?
Will it have a second life, like in a different place where we can download it or see it or share it?
Potentially, yeah. We're kind of figuring out what that is. We want to make it available, obviously, for our crew members and people involved in the project.
But don't wait for that. Go to the Landmark.
Come to the premiere. Absolutely. It's the only way to see it on the big screen.
Marshall Man there.
Yep.
Right.
So he'll be there?
Oh my gosh, he'll be there.
Can you get a signed autograph?
The orange carpet. You can get autographs. You can. And actually, April is Wish Heroes Month for Make-A-Wish, and we are raising money throughout the month to help grant more wishes. And Marshall has started his own Wish Heroes page, which you can also find on our website, because he would like to pay it forward and help make another child's wish come true.
That is
wonderful. It's pretty doggone
What an
cool.
awesome collaboration, right?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good
Doesn't
job.
get any better.
Yeah.
Well, that's Dianne Kuppermann. She's the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish Foundation, who looks like she's about 25, but she's been there close to 30 years. And then Molle DeBartolo is the producer at American High with Jeremy Gerlich and the whole gang over there. Thank you guys, both of you, for coming by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We'll see you on the 29th.
Yes, you will. You will. Okay, you ready, Steve? It's time to go fishing for you.
It's time to go fishing for me, Tom.
Yes, and I can clean off the mic now. From you talking on it. Got to clean everything up. On behalf of the local show and Zoey Advertising and Tom and Steve, God bless you and your families. Hey, take a walk every day with a friend and a family member. It keeps your mind clear and it keeps your weight down. You know that? The local show is heard every Saturday morning from 11 to 1 and again on Sunday morning from 7 to 9. Listen together with a friend. Until next week, get down to business and keep doing business locally. Tell your friends about the local show right here on 570 WSYR 106.9 FM. The iHeart Radio app, and on YouTube at Zoey Advertising 3809.